Alright, here it goes. Lad's first map, it's gonna be Marsh. On the side of Lad, we have Flash playing Thanos. In the pocket, playing Hades. On the right side here, on the side of TSM, we have Atlanta. In the pocket, we have Map Marsh. We had C. Had Dog in Flash. Well, them actually opting five right side. But first walking time. Testing. There, that should be a little bit better audio wise. But let's see what happens. Getting back to the game here. Uranos doing standard Uranos things, and I think I prefer. Actually, yeah, I prefer Atlantis' setup here because his manor is actually protecting both his wood and his gold, while this manor over here is really only protecting gold when on. Looking down over here, we've now reached the 30-minute mark. Now, are any players having the economy? I got it. Yes. Checking point. In which case, let's take a look at the relics. Over here, free food to your cities. Very nice relic. Over here, monkey head, trio of helpful monkeys. Not very useful in this game. Belt of Argus improves line of sight for all units. This is a nice relic, but definitely no strategy changer in any way. Boots of Kick. This is huge. Would be really, really nice for Loki. But it's also useful for the Uranos player as well. And it's not so useful for the late game. Here, God sends you more favor. Another nice relic. Alright, so Temple going down now for Whim. Meanwhile, Fen is up Athena, so this is interesting. It looks like they're going to go for a double strat. Nope, they're just going to go for a single Hermes. They don't need two Ceasefire because they only have the one Loki. Alright. Yeah, this is game 1. It's 0-0 currently. Let's take a look again at the advanced times. So, player is actually going to be up around the same time as his Aranos counterpart. Both Aranos doing a successful 4:30. Player getting up next. Wim is actually very, very slow up here. So it doesn't bode very well for Lad. And Snellius is actually very, very late as well. Okay, let me take another look. Now, Snellius does have a very nice spy here, though, on the forward hunt. And Granary should be thrown down any time now. He was just waiting for the wood, and there it goes. Meanwhile, some Hersiers are coming in to get some free hits on this Granary. But the army comes on, and he's backing off. Valor thrown down from Atlantis here. And Flash actually Valor his oracles in order to do some harass here. That's a mistake, especially in a mirror matchup. They just die. Over here, Chiron being bolted. Yeah, Chiron being bolted. Oh, a nice raid here from Fen. On Fen. Snellius. Still doesn't have his upgrade though for speed. It's 80% on the way. But it doesn't look like he's going to lose any Hersiers. And he's actually going to pick off a Minotaur here. Yeah, he gets the Minotaur, so that's a nice win for him. Some Centaurs are coming in from player though to harass both Wim and Flash. And they're going to find the citizens down here. Need to make sure that this citizen, he garrisons just in time, so he dodges those arrows. Nicely played there from Flash. And he immediately pops this into a Hero Terma, which is going to allow him to get rid of this idle time over here. So good, well played there. Meanwhile, a nice raid from Fen, picking off one villager from Snellius, but the rest should get away without issue. And he's going to be able to grab this hunt here, which he has lots of. So this was a good wall for Snellius. Unfortunately, though, he has 3 houses here, which are going to easily get picked off by this Hoplite combo. And he's actually found the hunt back here, but he didn't really punish it. Forced the back, so he forces some idle time there, which is nice. But he probably won't kill any bills if Fen micros it properly. Actually, he might get one here if he doesn't manage to ungarrison. Yeah, he gets 1 bill, so nicely played there. Although this wall is down now, and Fen has the army advantage. He also has Athena, which means Snellius is going to be pushed off this gold, this hunt, and also lose these houses. So this is going to be rough for Snellius here. He's trying to do a harass of his own. He actually spawns a second troll, which is going to be very, very useful to actually harass this gold. We'll see if Fen responds by making a hero. Resto being cast here in the base. Immediately Sentinel response from Wim, which is very, very nice play. And this one Toxote reinforcements. So Snellius did lose a lot there, but they're going to be able to repel him. Meanwhile, player is grabbing his third town center. His heavy boom is online. Atlantis grabbing his second town center and backing over here along with player's centaurs. Pretty even in terms of the trade-offs so far, but TSM definitely ahead. Definitely ahead now. And if we look over here, player actually throwing down a bunch of houses, starting to make a little bit of a wall here. And his boom is going well. Let's take a look at the economy upgrades. So player having all the baseline over here. Ben having most of the baseline, just missing husbandry. Atlantis having all the baseline as well as this nice Peltivargus relic. Now let's take a look at the lad guys. Hunting dogs and pickaxe here for Flash. Wim has just missing husbandry, so nice job there, and no hand axe here for Snellius nor husbandry. This wall's up again, which is a pretty important wall, but Fen has a scout on the back TC here to make sure that Snellius is not getting another town center up. Nice, very, very nice raid here from Snellius, and the hoplites were actually attacking the Valkyrie, which means he didn't take much damage. Heroes here, though, to defend, so Snellius is going to have to get out. At the same time, Fen is grabbing his second town center. Flash, though, taking some damage here, losing a Rax, but if he micros this properly, he should be able to pick off some units. Some serious Centaur harass coming in through Flash's way. And Wim has been relatively untouched this game, so he should be booming quite nicely. He's still on 2 town centers, though, not booming nearly as well as player, as we can see by the score. So TSM in a very, very big lead here. I don't expect they're going to try to finish the game soon, though. They're just going to do the typical Mythic Zeus things and win with Apollo and Hephaestus. Managing to pick off one Centaur here, though, so nice job. Well played here by Flash. He is going to lose a few buildings here, but it's not a huge deal. Actually, as I say that, he doesn't really have another safe mine. And Flash getting crushed in this fight here because there are Murmillo, the tank, the Termas, which are not being microed. Meanwhile, Atlantis' micro are just crushing this army. Hippocons are also helping a lot. So this is definitely not looking good for Lad. Atlantis is pretty big now as well. He's on 3 town centers. And let's take a look at his economy upgrades. Still the baseline. Is anyone going heroic? I expect Atlantis to be upping quite soon. Oh, he's not upping. Nobody upping on this side is okay. So Snelly is pushing out for a second town center here. This is good for him because he really needs it, but he's gonna be found here. Does he have any army nearby to support? Ooh, if Fen finds this in time, this is gonna be a denied town center. He does have 2 Valks here, so he might be able to defend this. He micros it properly, but he should be able to get this up. No army coming in here. Oh, there is army. If this army was down here, but he's not building the town center anymore. He tries to get a Herstier down there. Yeah, so there's no way this is going to get up. Very nicely played by Fen here, denying this town center. Big fight here happening. Wim having so many talks, which is very, very interesting in this matchup because there are so many termists here from Atlantis. Just going mass talks, I guess. And he's farming too. So many farms this early. Wow, that's a lot of farms. You can tell they don't have the map control in this game, so that's gonna just given a huge economy boost to the TSM players, and now they've traded well army wise, and they're just so far ahead now. Flash got hurt so much he lost actually quite a bit of vills. He had a lot of idle time, and he hasn't really been able to hunt. So if we take a look at the villager counts quickly here, civilian units. So players already at max vills. Wim is still quite behind at 70 vills. Fen actually doesn't have nearly as many vills as I would have thought at this point, but he's still ahead of Snellius, and Atlantis is very, very, very far ahead of Flash. Yeah, this is the first game. Nice raid over here from Snellius, pushing him off gold, and player putting his market down, so he's getting ready to go mythic. His resources just skyrocketing on the back of him having full vills, so he's not actually spending resources pumping vills out anymore. And he's probably at max pop at this point as well, with a nice Manticore Centaur army there. Meanwhile, ooh, this would have been close. Fen actually tries to snag this town center over here, but Snellius is actually already building it just before. And he tries to build it himself. He's actually been denied this town center here. Apologies for missing that. But he's got a nice wall there to defend both his hunt and his gold. He can run right through that gate to get away. Sensei is now playing for keep. Ooh, and Fen again coming to deny this location. This TC again is not getting up. So this is really, really tough for Snellius. He's been kind of losing a lot of Hersiers, which he definitely cannot do. And he is heroic now, but doesn't really help to go heroic against a Greek who's got ceasefire. He'd be better off massing more army and delaying his heroic, unless he thinks he's gonna soon force ceasefire by getting a huge raid, but hasn't been the case. He's finding some food here, but I don't think he noticed. Meanwhile, player and 4TC Atlantis are pushing big time on this front, and we should see player arriving mythic any second now. There we go, yeah, 96% fastest. And he does have Apollo ready to go. Not sure where he's going to cast it, but that's an immediate resign from Flash. Actually, Doc going up here from player, this is very sneaky, and he would have been able to take down both this town center and harass. And the other two lads bow. That's going to be the game. Let's take a quick look at the post game. Military is really the interesting one. Atlantis having the most military made, the most units killed, and actually didn't lose very many units at all. This is the problem here for Flash. He lost so many units, and he also lost some buildings. TSM actually only having lost 2 buildings all game. So very nice aggression there by Atlantis, just outplaying his opponent quite substantially. And also, it's a tough game for Flash because he's facing some raids from both players and some Centaur raids, which makes it very difficult for him. Economy-wise, as we expected, player had the best boom going on, but he still didn't have the most resources by any significant amount. He did have the best ups though. So that was the first game.